insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the third or fourth level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters' investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bank eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank. Equal housing opportunity and member FDIC.
This is Hoptown Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back to our pregame show. Jamar Perkins here, joined by the head coach of the Hoptown Hoppers, Jared Brisden. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing good.
Good, Coach. Is looking at, past couple of days, kind of an up and down, like we kind of talk about how baseball is. Ended up getting a big 9-6 win over Fulton last night. Talk to me about what you saw in the game yesterday.
Good at-bats, good team game. We were really good on the offense. We hit all 5 of our marks for offensive goals, and when you do that, you're going to win ball games.
Saw big games from Caden F-Tink and Kobe Webb, but as far as kind of talking about F-Tink, it seems like there's a couple of players we have on the roster that do a bit of pitching and hitting. What is that like to have that as a coach, to be able to kind of use players for different assets?
It's great at one aspect, but it's difficult the other, because you're trying to move guys around and do everything and make sure they're getting work everywhere they need to get work done, so they're ready to go when they go back to school in the fall. But it helps college teams that, you got a two-way player, you got arms available to you, you can go out and bring in the center fielder or whatever position the guy may be in and bring him to the mound too. So, may have that little league look to it, but it's so important to have at this level.
As far as you look at a few days ago, Coach, you kind of talked to me. There was a certain play, and you said that maybe the energy was low for some players. You made some substitutions. As far as accountability, kind of talk to me about that. As far as these players, they're here to work on their games. They're here to have fun. Of course, they love the sport of baseball, but kind of holding players accountable to make sure that they do the Hopper standard, the standard that you set, the standards that are posted in the dugout. Kind of talk to me about that.
Yeah, we just ask players to be accountable, hold each other accountable. We are very small coaching staff, with summer collegiate baseball usually is, and it's just part of a growing aspect for these boys as they become young men, just to be accountable for their actions day in and day out, and what they're going to get out of summer collegiate baseball is what they put into it, and that accountability is on them.
As far as tonight, a special night, when you look at the Hoptown Hoppers every year, the shirt off their backs jersey auction. I see you wearing the jersey now. First off, can I get your thoughts? It looks like there's a bit of a Grinch, baseball Grinch on there. And
there's a Grinch. It's looking good.
Talk to me about the jersey a little bit.
Oh, we like it. A lot of guys want to buy it themselves, so they may be running out here placing bids. And we were talking in the group chat, so all their families know how to bid, and even if they're not here, they're able to place bids on it, and they're excited to wear it. They're excited for see who gets their jersey, how much it goes for. I heard some guys saying, I'm not letting mine go for under $2K, so I don't know about that, but so we'll see. It's a great thing, be able to give back to a charity, and these guys are all in on it, and have a lot of fun tonight.
As you mentioned, a great opportunity to give the camp mark. And as far as just this idea in general, just fun, and I kind of talked about it in our last broadcast, Hoptown Hoppers, the organization, they know how to have fun. You look at, I've never seen Hopper baseball player bowling before, but we see that in the middle of games. And talk to me a little bit about that, as far as the atmosphere that the Hoppers organization tries to provide to not only the fans, but the players as well.
Right. There's baseball player bowling. We were doing that with the Alton River Dragons in 22, and I was the hitting coach there, and I loved it. The players absolutely loved it. We had a bowling alley that sponsored it, gave a free game to the kid that bowled, and they have a lot of fun with it. I took it to Kansas last year. The players loved it, and I was like, why not bring it here? It's hilarious. Guys have a lot of fun with it. The kids enjoy throwing a beach ball at them, and stuff like that. Everybody's watching the Savannah Bananas and some of the stuff they do, and baseball in general can learn from some of their stuff because it's extremely popular. And we are an entertainment industry just surrounded by summer collegiate baseball, and we have to entertain, put a good product on the field in between innings and during the game, and that's part of it. It's that sports marketing aspect in the back of my head. So
yes, sir. As far as going back to the game today, taking on Henderson, can you tell us who our starting pitcher is going to be tonight and a little bit about him?
Gavin Lake, he is our Maple Leaf from Canada, and poor kid's a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but we still love him anyways. So, I look for him to give us a good game, go deep. So,
thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you very much, Jamal.
It's Coach Brisden here, and our pregame show. We're back with more pregame action after this.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. J. Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
You can count on ProLift to get you through the ups and downs of your garage door.
Hi, I'm Brandon Killebrew, owner of ProLift Garage Doors. Give us a call at 270-874-1110 for all of your garage door needs in Hopkinsville and surrounding communities. You can count on ProLift for quality services that include garage door repair, maintenance, and new door installation. So remember to call us, ProLift Garage Doors of Western Kentucky, at 270-874-1110. We offer garage door repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here again. Thank you for listening to our Dugout Show, hearing thoughts from Coach Brisden. Our Dugout Show is brought to you by the Barbecue Shack, offering catering and custom cooking. Visit them Wednesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 4687 Pembroke Road in Hopkinsville. We're joined here by Cole Sloan. Cole, you were there at the game last night against Fulton. Talk to me about that and what you saw from the Hoppers.
It was a good game for the Hoppers last night. A lot of strikes thrown and great at bats. Also, I mean, we had many counts that went down 2-2, and just Braden Eftink, for one, just had a great game last night. Same thing, 2-2 count, and he looked high and drove one deep to center field and went off the wall. It was a big 2 RBI double, but otherwise the team played well together last night. Looked like they were having fun, and I think that helped them win the game, and hopefully they keep it rolling tonight.
I know one player also that played pretty good. You talked about Eftink, but Colby Webb also had a pretty good night. 3 hits, 2 RBI, and he'll actually be in the lineup as he's going to be the DH tonight. But speaking of the lineup, we do want to go ahead and bring that up as it's brought to you by Reichen Elastomers. Join the Reichen Elastomers team with process operator. Starting pay at over $18 an hour and an excellent benefit package that includes employee paid benefits. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. First up, the starting lineup for the Henderson Flash. Starting things off, it'll be Taylor Head playing at shortstop. Second batter is Amir Gray playing at first base. Third batter is Nate York coming out of right field. The fourth batter will be the designated hitter Logan Lacey. Fifth batter is Ellis Hurt playing at left field. Sixth batter will be Ian Reagan playing behind the plate. Edward Ushold will be playing at third base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jace Upton out at center field. And the ninth batter will be Aiden Mouton. He's playing second base tonight. And the pitcher for the Flash will be Brady Watts. And for your Hoptown Hoppers, first up for the Hoppers in the lineup, it'll be Braden Pingle playing at center field. Next up, John Keebler. He's playing the shortstop position. And then Hadley Smith will be playing out in third base. He's the third batter. Colby Webb will be the fourth batter. He's the designated hitter. Devin Keebler is the fifth batter playing out in right field. Max Martin is the sixth batter playing at first base. Dom Davis will be the seventh batter playing behind the plate at catcher. Jackson Vise will be playing out in left field batting eighth. And then batting ninth, it's Sam Perkins playing at second base tonight, while the pitcher for the Hoptown Hoppers will be Gavin Lake. As that's the starting lineups again, brought to you by Reichert Elastomers. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll hear our game time weather, which is brought to you by Charlie Henderson State Farm. And then also another interview. We're going to hear from Colby Webb from the Hoptown Hoppers after this break.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Are you suffering from hip or knee arthritis? Is a previous knee or hip replacement giving you pain? Dr. Landon Hall with Jenny Stewart Orthopedics is skilled in adult joint reconstruction and provides surgical and non-surgical solutions for hip and knee arthritis. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org to schedule an appointment.
Experience makes the difference.
Here's your WHOP Weather Center forecast. Lows dip down to about 68 tonight, under clear skies, east winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Daytime highs approaching 96. Tomorrow, mainly clear skies. 72 tomorrow night. Temperatures a bit above average Monday and Tuesday, with highs from the upper 80s to the low 90s. Thunderstorms possible both days. That's the forecast from the WHOP Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Megan Mulford. Right now, 90.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
All right, welcome back to our pregame show, joined here by Colby Webb. Colby had a big game yesterday. Talk to me, it seemed like you've had a couple of nice games. Talking about starting this so far this season, how have you felt about your start?
Felt pretty good, just trying to go out there, give it my all. Just like everybody out here trying to earn a position.
Sure.
Stay in the lineup.
You talk about that earning a position. How much does that kind of go into your head? Obviously, I know you want to lock in at the plate. You want to make sure you have good games, but is it stay in the back of your head like, hey, I know in about a month it's not just going to be rotation, it's going to be go-to guys. How much is that in your head?
It's always in the back of your head, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. So, you got to go out there, give it your all every single time. Play your game, and that's all you can do. Do your best you can do.
As far as the team, I know we've been together for a couple of weeks now. How has it been as far as in the dugout? I can hear you guys from up in the press box getting loud, getting rowdy. Do you think that chemistry is where it needs to be? Think there's still room to grow? How do you feel about it right now?
There's always room to grow, but yes, sir, it's one of the best teams I've been a part of as far as the atmosphere. Atmosphere is always great. Everybody's always locked into the games. Just great atmosphere.
When you look at DHing, is there a kind of different mindset that you have as far as obviously not playing out there in the field, but does it help you a little more just be able to focus on the plate, look at the pitcher a little bit more? What is it like as far as your mindset when it comes to DHing?
For me, I don't have to worry about the fielding side, so I'm more locked in on the other team's pitcher. You got to lock in on them. You can read more pitches, pay attention to the game, just make sure you stay locked in, because if you're not locked in, then get up there and at bat might not go the way you want it to.
Let me ask last question. What's your favorite pitch to hit?
Fastball. You can't hit a fastball, you can't play baseball.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
As again, Colby Webb here in our pregame show. More with our pregame show after this.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Are you suffering from hip or knee arthritis, or is a previous knee or hip replacement giving you pain? Dr. Landon Hall with Jenny Stewart Orthopedics is skilled in adult joint reconstruction and provides surgical and non-surgical solutions for hip and knee arthritis. Don't let bone or joint pain disrupt your lifestyle. It's time for you to get back in motion. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org to schedule an appointment.
Hi, this is Hopper Colton Lovelace from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2024 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors: Southern States, Charlie Henderson State Farm, First Christian Church, and Edgewood Baptist Church. Go Hoppers!
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here again, Jamar Perkins, joined by Cole Sloan. And first pitch is being thrown by Miss Lori Wagner with All Clean Services. Again, they are sponsoring the Shirt Off Your Back jersey auctions, which are going on tonight. So again, the Hoptown Hoppers about to play against the Henderson Flash. And there wasn't a ball, so now someone had to go grab a ball for her, and she makes the pitch, and it gets a big applause from the crowd and the Hoppers. And again, the Hoptown Hoppers set to play against the Henderson Flash. And pitching for the Hoppers tonight, again, is going to be Gavin Lake. As talking with Coach Brisbane, said he was a Toronto Blue Jays fan, being from Canada. And Coach Brisbane said that was a shame that Gavin Lake here on the mound, hoping to have a good start for the Hoptown Hoppers. And for the Henderson Flash, they're going to start things off with Taylor Head, Amir Gray, and Nate York. Head coach for the Henderson Flash, J.D. Arndt. And for the Hoptown Hoppers again, Jared Brisbane. Lake warming up, getting some pitches here. I also do want to give a shout out to the umpires. Home plate umpire Mike Shreve, first base umpire Darren Clark, and the third base ump is Phil Kundle. Big shout out to the umpires. Singing the national anthem today was John Schrecker. And then the game day sponsor, I mentioned Miss Lori Wagner throwing the pitch. All Clean Services are the game day sponsors for tonight. Look forward for a good day of baseball here. It's a little warm, Cole. I was walking up to the field and I saw Coach Brisbane, and he said, "Isn't it a great day?" I said, "I mean, it's not raining, but it's a little warm." He said that this is his favorite kind of weather. So, I mean, hey, to each their own. What do you think about this weather? Are you a fan of the summer heat?
I like it, but I'm more of a fall type of guy.
Yeah,
so.
I think I'd like to poll some people. I think from everyone that I've heard, I feel like fall is normally that favorite season.
It's the perfect temperature.
I mean, it doesn't rain as much as it does in spring. I'm not mad at you for fall.
What's your favorite?
Well, Christmas is my favorite holiday, and my birthday is in winter, so I like winter, but I like playing tennis outside, and I can't really do that in the winter, so I would probably say summer, spring, fall. I don't have a favorite. All of them. All of them. You know what? I'm glad to wake up in the morning, so I'd take any season. But coming to the plate here is Taylor Head for the Flash, as he shakes the umpire's hand, and we're getting ready to play some baseball. Hoptown Hoppers, again, they're wearing their special jerseys for the auction tonight. As I did take a picture, I'll try my best to describe what they look like. They have a Grinch playing baseball, and they have a wagon that says Camp Mark. Again, that's where the proceeds of this event is going. Also, you can see a beach and some palm trees in the background as well with some birds. It's a decent amount going on there. As a first pitch strike there is thrown by Lake to Head. Our opening pitch is brought to you by Bloom by Magnolia and Kanzler Landscaping. Second pitch, that's going to be an outside strike as well. For all your landscaping and floral needs, call 270-889-8001. An 0-2 count here. And that ball will be hit out in right field, up in the air, and it's caught in the glove there by Devin Keebler for the first out. So one out on the board. Amir Gray will now come to the plate for the Flash.
First base number 1, Amir Gray.
For Amir Gray, he's a freshman, but headed to Purdue. A lefty batter. And first pitch there is down the middle, strike one. And I'm going to let Cole describe the uniforms for the Flash, because I struggled to kind of describe them as far as the color. That ball hit out and right center, and it's in the glove there of center fielder Braden Pingle for the second out. What do these uniforms look like to you, Cole?
Well, I'd say they're definitely wearing gray pants. That's for certain. Gray pants with blue striping, blue and yellow striping, and kind of a neon yellow, as I like to call it, like a scuba diver yellow with royal blue and blue helmets.
Yeah.
So
I like that scuba diver yellow. I think it's fitting. 2 outs and a first pitch swing. That ball popped up to second baseman Perkins, and it actually gets out in the outfield, but Perkins still makes the grab for the third out. As quickly the top of the first is concluded. There were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm.
No matter what you've been through, All Clean to the rescue.
Has your home or business suffered from water damage? How about fire damage to your home? Even if you just need the carpets cleaned, All Clean Services has you covered. All Clean takes pride in the work they do, assuring you quality service. Stop by the office Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 or call 270-889-9645. All Clean Services, 2414 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Putting your world back together. All Clean.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here as back at Tiger Field. If you're just now joining us, we're now in the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless, as it was a 3-up, 3-down at the top of the first. Good inning for the Hoppers defensively. Starting things off here for Hoptown is going to be Braden Pingle. Right-handed batter. As you see before he steps into the box, makes a cross in the dirt. Pingle, a right-handed batter again. And first pitch is going to be a called strike in that upper outside strike zone. So an 0-1 count. Pitching for Henderson is Brady Watts. He goes to Southern Indiana. 6'2", right-handed pitcher. Second pitch is in the dirt for ball 1, so a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Again, here in the bottom of the first inning. And that ball will be hit out and fouled by right field. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Pingle at the plate, 1-2 count. High inside pitch. That's going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoppers currently 4th. And the LVL with the 5-6 record. Right in front of them is the Henderson Flash with a 6-6 record. Check swing. Ball went outside and call it a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here on the first at bat for the Hoppers. And that ball, a hard grounder over to first. Gray will manage to get to it and actually tries to avoid Pingle and takes out his teammate. Tried to jump up and ran right into Watts. Watts fell down. But Gray somehow steps on the bag there and avoids Pingle once again. Runs into his teammate. So 1 out here. Hard grounder down the first base line. That's why always helpful to have those lefty first basemen. It would have been a lot harder play for a righty there at first. As a play there is called ball. But John Keebler's at the plate. And excuse me, that is Gray at first. He bats left, but it looks like he's actually fields and plays right-handed. He's got the glove in the left hand, so. And ambidextrous is Gray. Do anything with different hands, Cole?
I can switch hit.
Okay.
I can hit from both sides of the plate, so.
2 balls and 1 strike. Did you get to it all at high school, or was your coach kind of strict and only let you do one, or how did that work?
In high school, I only hit right-handed. Our coach definitely, he would make fun of us, if you can't hit the ball right-handed, you're definitely not going to hit it left-handed. So
outside pitch called strike, 2-2 count.
We in travel ball though, I've had a hitting game.
Curveball is going to be hit high in the air in right field, and it's in the glove for the second out. So 2 outs now, and Hadley Smith for the Hoptown Hoppers will come to the plate.
When you play tennis, you use both hands, right?
Do the backhand. So I'm kind of curious now. But back when I played Little League Baseball, if I couldn't hit with my dominant hand, I'm a lefty, but now I'm curious. Could I possibly do a little switch hitting? Maybe slow pitch. If I get into some slow pitch softball, maybe I can do some switch hitting then. But trying to step into a fastball, nah, I don't know about switch hitting for me. 1-0 to count. And there's a strike as it hits the outer part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs on the board here for the Hoppers in the bottom of the first. Curveball there will be grounded over to third. And the glove, the throw is there for the third out. So 5-3 for the third out. And in the bottom of the first inning, there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. As we look at the U-Haul of Hopkinsville's scoreboard, we're scoreless. Heading to the top of the second inning. We'll take a break. We'll have more Hopper Baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this.
Southern States Petroleum has all of your fuel needs covered. Come see us at 5475 Canton Pike, just off Eagle Way Bypass in Hopkinsville. We feature a 24-hour pay-at-the-pumps fueling system, offer on-farm deliveries of fuels, and have propane gas for your home, business, and grilling needs. Be sure to stop by and check out how we can meet your home heating needs with our selection of fireplace systems, gas logs, and heaters. Remember, it's Southern States Petroleum on Canton Pike in Hopkinsville for all of your fuel needs.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress proudly carries several brands that you can customize. Express your individual style. With over 500 fabrics to choose from, turn your living space into something extraordinary. Herb Hayes Furniture is ready to help you create your signature look. Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress, where you always get the best selection, the best furniture at the best price. 2519 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Hopkinsville.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here again at Tiger Field. The Hoppers playing against the Flash. And we're here in the top of the second inning. Flash up at bat, scoreless between both of these teams. Again, shirt off your back jersey auction tonight. It's the Hoppers. The jerseys they're wearing, you can buy them. If you're listening, you have to bid. And again, number to call to bid is 270 305-4350. And 270-305-4350.
First pitch from Lake will be down the middle, called strike 1. Second pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count.
One count here to Logan Lacey at the plate. And another outside pitch for strike 2. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, if anyone is running to go get a pin in that moment, 270-305-4350 is the number to call. Hard ball hit and fouled by the right field fence. So count stays the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. for Logan Lacey. Goes to Harding, and 6'1" sophomore. High pitch there, standing up to get that one was Davis for Hoptown. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. The first batter in the top of the second, Logan Lacey. And a high and inside pitch there is going to be ball 3, full count now. To the count. And an inside swing and a miss there. Nice pitch. And it's going to be 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Now Ellis Hurt for the Flash coming to the plate. Ellis Hurt goes to Trevecca University. 6'1" redshirt freshman. Again, scoreless between both of these teams here in the top of the second inning. Foul ball goes behind us here in our Chick-fil-A broadcast booth, so an 0-1 count.
Encourage you to bring those foul balls to the merchandise tent, please. In return, we give you a $100 local ball for your efforts. Thank you so much.
So an 0-1 count after that foul ball. And there is another one of those outside pitches across the plate for a strike. So 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes with the 1 out. And there is a high pitch for the first ball in the count. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hoppers, and that throw actually went out to the outfield. Thankfully, no bases are occupied for the Flash right now. Going to get a day off for the Hoppers tomorrow, and then they're going to play 4 games in a row after that. Got to love this league, as I'm sure the Hoppers will enjoy the Sunday off. No, you'll enjoy it, Cole. Is that right?
Yes, I'm going to spend the day with my dad if I can.
Yes, sir.
Being Father's Day.
Yeah, you're right. That is tomorrow, Father's Day tomorrow. So, of course, some of the players, don't have the opportunity. Some do here on the team. But we get to at least use the day to relax. It's a grounder over to first. A bit of a bobble there by Perkins, but still is able to make the throw in time for the second out. 4-3. So now 2 outs. Ian Reagan is going to come to the plate. Reagan goes to the University of Alabama, Huntsville. The 6-foot freshman. Playing catcher for the Flash tonight. 2 outs on the board here in the top of the second. First pitch, that ball is going to be grounded, and it is going to be stepped onto the bag himself. There was Martin for the Hoppers. So another 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second, as there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We head over to the bottom of the second inning, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. It is a tie game. We have a bottom of the second inning action coming up here, brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm.
Monday, June 17th, it's Penny Rile Electric Member Appreciation Day in Russellville. Come by and see us from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Logan County Extension Pavilion and pick up your free buckets and light bulbs. It's Penny Rile Electric's way of saying thanks for allowing us to lighten your lives and empower your community for more than 8 decades. The celebration continues later this week in Lewisburg. See a full schedule of events at precc.com and like us on Facebook.
A career to the max awaits. Max Arnold & Sons bulk plant locations are looking to hire tank wagon drivers in Madisonville, Kentucky. Requires CDL, Class B and hazardous materials endorsement, home daily, along with health insurance, paid time off, dental, vision, 401k matching, life insurance, referral program, and tuition reimbursement. Starting salary is $40,000, a year base with overtime, above 40 hours being paid time and time and a half. Learn more at careerstothemax.net.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. Again, the Hoptown Hoppers playing against the Henderson Flash. We are still scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning for the Hoppers. Colby Webb, had a chance to talk with him before the game. He said his favorite pitch to hit was the fastball. And he said as the first pitch comes, he'll hit a breaking ball there out into right field. And he's going to be able to round the bases for 2. And how about that, a double from Colby Webb. He said his favorite pitch to hit was a fastball, but he can hit other pitches as well, as that one had some movement to it. And he's able to hit it out to deep center for a double from Colby Webb as he continues a hot hitting streak he had last night and is able to come to the plate and get a big double there. Now Devin Keebler for the Hoppers at the plate. That ball will be a hard grounder over to short. Takes a bit of a hop. The throw is there. And staying on second is Webb. So 1 out now on the board as Keebler grounds out to short. Now Max Martin will come to the plate. Playing first base for the Hoppers. Martin from Wisconsin. Right-handed batter is Martin. Going to runner at second in Webb for the Hoppers. High and outside pitch. That'll be a 1-0 count. Again, scoreless between both of these teams. And there's a pitch. A little bit outside. 2-0's the count now. A 2-0 count with a runner at second. Dom Davis is on deck for the Hoppers. And that ball will be hit high and out in foul territory by left field. So 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count. 2-1 count with 1 out and a runner at second here for the Hoppers. And a nice slider there, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Two count. And that ball will be hit high, and it drops in by the fence near right field, foul territory. No one can get to it, though, so count will stay the same. A 2-2 count with a runner at second. As a 2-2-1 count. Excuse me, 2-2 count. Pitch. Another one of those breaking balls is fouled to the screen by the first base dugout. So a couple of foul balls here from Martin. Count still 2-2. And there's a swing and a miss. Strikeout. As Martin is retired. Now 2 outs with Webb still at second. And Dom Davis coming to the plate. Davis, a right-handed batter. And is from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Goes to Ren Lake College. High and outside first pitch, ball 1. 1-0 count. Nice warm day here at the ballpark. Again, we're here at Hopkinsville High School at Tiger Field. Right down the middle pitch. Makes it a 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a pitch that will get away from the catcher, and he won't make a throw, as Webb will be able to take third off that wild pitch. So 2 balls and 1 strike now the count, and a runner at third. And pitch there, high and outside. So now 3 balls and 1 strike. If Davis can reach base, it'll be Jackson Vise for the Hoppers at the plate. A 3-1 pitch, foul behind us to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes the count. Getting still scoreless here at Tiger Field. And there's a pitch there in the dirt. Webb's going to try to come at home, and he is safe. Safe. Nice job there by Webb. It was a bit close, but a nice job by Webb to use the speed coming from third and to notice that ball was 2 out of reach. And he scores. That was a ball 4 to Davis.
Field on 13, Jackson Vise.
So now 1-0 the score. Hoppers take the lead here in the bottom of the second. So a runner at first for the Hoppers. And Davis and Jackson Vise, lefty batter, now at the plate. First pitch is low and inside. Ball 1 on that fastball. And pitch there, high and inside. Ducking there was Vise. That was coming for his head. 2 balls and no strikes now the count.
And Vise just coming back today. Let's see, well.
And inside pitch there will actually be hit near that right leg. So Vise advances to first after being hit by a pitch. And Dom Davis will advance to second. Now the 9th batter in the lineup, Sam Perkins, will come over to the plate. Pitching coach for the Henderson Flash is going to come have a chat with Brady Watts. As pitching coach for the Flash, it's Scott Mueller. As he'll walk back over towards the dugout.
The batter for the Hoppers is second baseman number 3, Sam Perkins.
So 2 outs here. 1 run has been scored in this inning for the Hoptown Hoppers. They lead it 1-0. Runners at first and second, and Sam Perkins at the plate. And there's a pitch, high and outside, strike 1. It's 1-0-1 count. And right down the middle, maybe hitting the outer part of the plate just a bit. Strike 2. Oh, 2 count. And pitch there is low and outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Perkins at the plate. Foul ball behind home plate keeps the count the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, a 1-2 count. 2 runners on. And that ball will be hit out in mid-center and right into the glove of Upton there for the Flash. And that's going to conclude the second inning, as there was 1 hit no errors, 2 left on base, and 1 run scored for the Hoptown Hoppers. Looking at our U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, Hoppers currently leading 1-0, as we'll have some third inning action coming up here as you're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters' investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bankers eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank. Equal housing opportunity and member FDIC.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here as 1-0 is the score. And Henderson Flash currently now at the plate. Hoppers lead at 1-0 again, and it'll be Edward Ushold coming to the plate. Still pitching for the Hoppers is Gavin Lake. And Ushold goes to St. Charles Community College as a 6'1 freshman. And first pitch swing, that will be up and in the air and out in left field. So first pitch out. There out to left. And 1 out on the board. Looking at the lineup, there's got to be at least 10 guys here that are listed at 6'1". I don't know if it's maybe they just, if you're 6 to 6'2", we'll just give you 6'1", or if it really is that many players that are the exact same height on this team. But I'll count it sometime during a commercial break. But 1 out on the board, a lefty here, Chase Upton at the plate. Nice inside pitch there is called strike. Upton goes to the University of Alabama Huntsville, and a 6'3" redshirt freshman. Pitch in the dirt, makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Over to Upton. 1 ball and 1 strike here with 1 out. There's a hard foul ball. It's that one, I think, might have just skipped over the dugout. It might have went inside, I couldn't tell. Actually, I think it might have went inside. It sure did. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a 1-2 count. With 1 out. And there is an outside swing and foul. That ball goes in the bullpen for the Hoppers. So count stays the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 1 out on the board. And there is a foul ball off the plate. And we've the third foul ball we've seen in this count. Upton working at the plate. Lake on the mound ahead in the count. We'll see maybe if we see something interesting here as far as a pitch with the 1-2 count seen after seeing a couple of foul balls. And there is one down the middle and grounded to the third baseman. The throw is a bit close but called out there as Smith makes the throw. And now 2 outs on the board. Aiden Mouton will now come to the plate for the Flash. He is the one player for Henderson that hasn't seen the plate yet. Mouton goes to LSU Eunice and is a 5'11 freshman. As soon as I say all these players are 6'1", I start seeing different height players. That's how it normally works. And there is a nice slider there called strike across the plate on the outside part. 0-1 the count. And another one. They're a bit higher this time, but also still catching that outer part of the plate. So now no balls and 2 strikes. With again 2 outs on the board, Hoppers lead it 1-0. Flash at the plate. Foul ball goes behind the bleachers near first base. It looks like Lake is going to request a new baseball.
Return those foul balls to the merchandise tent. We sure would appreciate it. If you'd like to keep on those and reward your efforts.
0-2 count. With 2 outs. And pitch there just a bit too high and outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Again, 1-0. The Hoptown Hoppers lead it here in the top of the 3rd inning. And there is a pitch down the middle, strikeout looking. And that's the 3rd out. Here is once again 3 up and 3 down. So 9 up and 9 down across these first 3 innings. Nice job by Lake, as there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We'll head over to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. Hoptown has a 1-run lead. 1-0 they lead. They'll have a chance at the plate, as it'll be coming up here. It's going to be Pingle, Keebler, and Smith coming up for the Hoppers. And we'll have more Hoptown Hopper baseball after this, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift,
repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And we see a first pitch high and outside. Braden Pingle at the plate for the Hoppers. So a 1-0 count. And there's a ball that'll be chopped and fouled. And a one-handed grab there by John Keebler on deck. He'll throw it back to the pitcher Watts for Henderson. 1-0 the Hoppers lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Pingle. And there is a nice off-speed pitch there as it drops in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pingle grounded to first, and his one and only at bat. Outside pitch there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to count. Pitch in the dirt. You get 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here, as that's exactly what Pingle saw in his other at bat. It was a full count, and he grounded 1 over to first. We'll see what comes of the full count here. And ball fouled. Once again, grounder over to the dugout. There's 3 balls, 2 strikes here to the first batter in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Pingle. And we have a foul ball going behind the plate. So we'll do that again. Once again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pingle staying alive here at the plate. And there is a high chopper caught by the third baseman. The throw way too high. And that ball is over by the fence. But staying at first is Pingle. And Pingle reaches on the grounder to third. And
shortstop number 2, John Keebler.
there is a looking, I believe it was ruled a base hit. So nice job there by Pingle as a bunt is shown and taken away, but called strike anyways. So an 0-1 count. John Keebler's at the plate. So base hit there by Pingle. As the throw, it was way too high, but it would have been a tough call regardless. So the reasoning it was a base hit there. 0-1 count. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Pingle. No balls and 1 strike. Keebler just showed a bunt. High and inside pitch. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. 1-0. The Hoppers lead in the bottom of the third. And pitch there is called ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike to count. And that ball will be hit high out in left field, and it will land right in front of the fence for a hit. And there is a triple there by John Keebler. Pingle's going to come in and score. And that ball kind of lost it in the air. It went that high, and I thought it, for a chance at the end it was going to go over, but lands just in front of that fence. And John Keebler does a good job of using his base running to get all the way to third there. And scoring is Pingle. So a triple there by Keebler. And then run scored for Hoptown. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Hadley Smith at the plate. 2-0 now the score. I believe that's the second triple we might have seen. I believe Pingle has actually has a triple on this season, if I'm not mistaken. But
first game.
Yeah, it was the
first or second game in here at Hoptown. Pingle had a single, and then, Pingle had a triple, and now John Keebler has a triple in this game.
0-2 count here though to Smith with the runner at third and no outs. That ball will be fouled, grounded over near the dugout. On deck is Colby Webb. He had to double earlier. Hadley Smith at the plate facing an 0-2 count with the runner at third. That ball will be grounded over to second, scooped up. The toss is there, but a run will score as Keebler comes in. And Smith is out at first. So 1 out, bases cleared. Colby Webb will come to the plate. As you see, Coach Brisden comes and daps up Keebler on his way to the dugout. You know, Coach Briz likes to see those triples go out in the air. 3-0's the score. And again, Colby Webb at the plate. 1 for 1 on the day, had a double on a first pitch swing. As he won't swing at that, it was a high and outside ball 1. 3-0's the score. There's a slider outside, strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with just 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the third. Hard foul ball hits the pole in front of the bleachers. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. And there is a slider and a strikeout looking there by Webb. So now 2 outs. Devin Keebler will come to the plate.
Bat boy Ace West runs out on the field. Hands the balls back to the umpire.
As I know the Hoppers appreciate Ace. We kind of talked about it as that'll be a slider inside called the ball 1. I believe it was that Chiefs game. It was the doubleheader. That first game, he wasn't here. In the second game, he came a bit late and was, I'm sure, as a hero for the Hoppers. As he came and was securing the balls. And, of course, in a game like that, of course, the Hoppers ended up losing to the Chiefs badly. They want to stay in the dugout. They probably don't want to go scoop up those balls, so Ace was helping him out. But 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. There's a grounder over to second. It's scooped up. The throw is there for the 3rd out. As again, second baseman throws to first. But some damage was done here for the Hoppers. As here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, there were 2 hits. There was no errors, none left on base, and 2 runs scored. As we look over at the scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville, 3-0 is the score. The Hoppers currently lead the Flash. We're back with 4th inning baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this.
Jenny.
On 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. 3-0 is the score. The Hoptown Hoppers currently lead the Flash here in the top of the 4th inning. Gavin Lake on the mound, and he has had quite a start for the Hoppers. As getting ready to bat is Taylor Head, the leadoff batter. As, of course, it's been 9 up, 9 down, so Taylor Head gets his first at bat here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Lake doing a good job here early on the mound, attacking the zone. He has thrown 30 pitches through 3 innings so far. So some good efficiency.
10 pitches an inning, and throws a strike there to Head. Only thrown 6 balls. He's been doing a good job of crossing the plate with his pitches as well, forcing Henderson to use their bats. And there's another pitch in the inside of the zone. So 0-2 now the count.
And head coach Brissenden talked about, kind of at Fulton last night, same thing. Pitchers did well attacking the zone, and when you don't throw a lot of balls, it definitely makes a difference.
High heater swung on and missed for a strikeout. As that's strikeout number 3 for Lake on the mound. One out here, and Amir Gray will now come to the plate. He flied out to center in his one and only at bat. Again, lefty batter, but saw him at first base and wears the glove in his left hand. So, a bit ambidextrous is Gray. 1 out on the board again, 3-0 Hoppers lead here in the top of the 4th. There's a pitch in the dirt. Something that's been rare from Lake in this ball game. And a foul ball goes out past the bleachers near left field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 1 out on the board. And there's a pitch outside. So now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 count with a 1 out. And again, a 3-0 lead for the Hoppers. Top of the 4th inning here. And there is an inside pitch, and it is going to land on the ground. Nope, not caught in left field. So there's a base hit for Gray. That was a nice effort there. Out in left field, Vise tried to get in there, and looks like we're going to see a pinch runner in for the Flash. Number 19, that's Brock Lummis.
In that last play, Vise seemed to just dive, and his glove seemed to get caught under his side of his body when he dove for it, and it looked like it pushed the ball out. I think if he would have stayed upright, he probably would have had a better chance at making the grab there.
So 1 out. Flash get their first hit of the day. Nate York now at the plate for Henderson with 1 out and a runner at first. Again, Brock Lummis comes in for Gray, base running. A nice outside pitch there, a bit high, but called strike. 0-1 the count. So a runner at first with 1 out. And Nate York at the plate. Still pitching Gavin Lake. Pitch there lands in the dirt. Davis gets behind that one. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. One count. Stanley Cup final action taking place tonight between the Panthers and the Oilers. There's a high pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Panthers with a win. They'll win the Stanley Cup final. Mavericks last night. Big game from them to avoid a sweep. Game 5 in the NBA Finals is going to be on Monday. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a stolen base attempt, but that ball's going to be hit out to left field and caught. And running back over to first and trying to scoop it up there was Martin, and couldn't get to the ball there. But a nice job by not only Lake and Davis to be out there near the dugout to provide the backup. So staying back at first was Lummis. And an out there.
Also a great throw from Vise. Deep left field, almost threw him out at first.
2 outs here. Logan Lacey, designated hitter, coming to the plate. Lacey struck out in the top of the 2nd inning. First pitch. There's a strike called there, high and outside. 0-1 the count. 3-0. The Hoppers lead the Flash here in the top of the 4th. And once again, an outside strike. As you can kind of see Lacey talking and nodding his head a bit. I think he's not the happiest with some of these outside calls. But maybe nodding his head and he's saying, okay, I guess I got to swing at those. We'll see what the pitch is here. That's a swing and a miss. And it was going to be a stolen base attempt, but it doesn't matter, as a strikeout there provides the 3rd out here in the top of the 4th. There was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored as we head over to the bottom of the 4th inning. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 3-0. The Hoppers lead the Flash. We'll have more Hoptown Hopper baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this break.
Looking to transform your home? Welcome to AKS Flooring, your one-stop shop for all your home design needs. From stunning hardwood and luxurious carpets to stylish tiles and vinyl, we've got the perfect floor for every room. But that's not all. Our experts can help with custom countertops, beautiful backsplashes, and all your design essentials. AKS Flooring and Design Center, 2414 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, or online at aksflooring.com. AKS Flooring, where your dream home begins.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning game of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back. A new pitcher for the Henderson Flash, J.D. Willis. In the game, Amir Gray, he had the base hit at first and then ended up having Brock Lummis come in and be a pinch runner. Lummis is going to stay at first, and being told to appreciate Mr. Carley, the PA announcer. He knows this field pretty well. He's been out here a couple of times, and he says by first base there's a bit of a kind of hole in the field, and while trying to go for a foul ball, Gray kind of got tripped up in it, so possibly could be a bit banged up, and so he did end up coming to the plate, and maybe by the way he ran to first or maybe said something to coach, and right after he swung, he ended up getting subbed out there. So it'll be Brock Lummis, I'm assuming, for the rest of the ball game. And for the Hoptown Hoppers, it'll be Max Martin starting things off for Hoptown. And again, 3-0 is the score.
For the Hoppers is first baseman, number 30.
The Hoppers lead. Martin struck out in his one and only at bat. Lefty pitcher is Willis. First pitch, outside, ball one. Willis goes to Willamette University, a redshirt senior, 6'3". Again, a lefty. Swing and a miss there on an off-speed pitch. One ball and one strike, excuse me. And there is a pitch low and inside for ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cole, when you were at the plate, did you prefer a lefty or a righty? I might have asked you this before.
You did. I think I said lefty because I like hitting off of lefties because I feel like I can see their arm angles better. I don't know, just...
You're a right-handed batter, right?
I am, yep.
2 balls and 2 strikes after a swing and a miss there. And there is a low pitch under the zone. That's the 3rd ball. Now full count. And there is a ball hit over to the shortstop in the glove. The throw bounces, but it's in the glove for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. So 1 out. Now Dom Davis will come over to the plate. He was walked in his one and only at bat. Davis playing catcher for the Hoppers tonight. Walking out to some Kanye West towards the plate for his walkout music. And there is a ball that will be lined into the glove of the shortstop head for the 2nd out. So 2 outs here. And now Jackson Vise is going to come to the plate. His last at bat, he had to duck for one that was coming straight for his head, and then the following pitch ended up hitting him, I believe, in the leg.
He did not look too happy about it neither.
There's a lefty on lefty action here. And there's an outside, a ball for a strike. Swing and a miss on an inside pitch there. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Again, Vise at the plate. And 3-0, the Hoppers lead. And a foul ball there, tipped almost into the glove. So an 0-2 count. If Vise can reach, Perkins is on deck. And a strikeout looking there is the throw from Vise is outside there, just outside, I think, enough to maybe be a strike. That one was close, but strikeout looking for the 3rd out. And that's going to conclude the 4th inning. As here in the bottom of the 4th, there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We'll head over to the top of the 5th inning. More Hopper Baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A coming up after this.
Southern States Petroleum has all of your fuel needs covered.
And welcome back here. 3-0 is the score. The Hoppers lead. And we're now in the top of the 5th inning. And it's going to be Ellis Hurt starting things off for the Flash. Still pitching for the Hoppers is Gavin Lake. And Lake, go ahead.
He's done exceptional so far. I mean, just like we were talking about before the break, he has looks like a different arm slot tonight, or something different about the way he's pitching tonight. Since the last game we've seen him, so I'm not sure if he's like kind of feeling a little pain or something, and maybe changing his arm slot based off that, or just trying out something new.
First pitch swing, a slow grounder over to short. The throw is there for the out. John Keebler making the play.
Also, I think Lake has minimized pitches tonight just because his defense has played well behind him.
I agree. So attendance tonight here at Tiger Field, 324 folks out here tonight for the shirt off your back jersey auction. Or jersey night, should I say. The auction taking place, but always a fun night at the ballpark. 1-0 the count. Again, speaking of that auction, feel free to make a call to try to make a bid on one of these Hopper jerseys. 270-305-4350 is the number you can text to place a bid. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Ian Reagan at the plate for the Flash. High outside pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. So a 2-1 count. And the pitch there, just a bit too high, the umpire says, and it'll now be 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 count with 1 out. And pitch there gets down a bit more, so there's the strike call. That's what Lake was wanting on that first pitch, but got it down just a bit more and convinced the umpire. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Again, 1 out.
John Keebler at shortstop playing deep in the hole.
That ball will be hit and right into the glove of John Keebler playing there deep at the shortstop position. Nice scouting and nice eye there from you, Cole, to call that out. And a line drive to Keebler. That'll be the second out. Keebler has some hops, though. So had he been playing in, he might have still been able to been jump up for it, but it was a lot more easier when he was back there. I wonder if that was Coach Brisbane making the move for put him there, or did Keebler think of it himself? But regardless, some good work there by Keebler.
I think that the players are finally starting to get used to this. Is they're kind of like home field. I think the first few games, these college players, they're used to playing on college fields all over the place and changing fields and stuff like that. So when you come into a summer league and this is the field you're going to be playing at for two months, so, it takes some time to get used to it. And I think they finally found where they like to sit at and kind of play the ball better. So
1-0 count. Pitch there is once again high. So 2 balls and no strikes. Edward Ushold is at the plate. 3-0 the score. And pitch there. Outside, strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-0 the Hoppers lead here in the top of the 5th inning. And pitch there called strike. A bit of a check swing by Ushold, but across the plate regardless. I think he might have swung across anyways as well, but 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
And Lake looks kind of mad out there on the mound. Looks like he's working fast too.
And pitch there in the dirt. That'll be a full count. Haven't seen too many full counts from Lake. As how did I actually look? I think this is back-to-back full counts, but that last one was his first of the game. Actually, I think he had one in the 2nd inning. So regardless, still not too many. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss there. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 5th. No hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. It'll be the Hoptown Hoppers coming to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. As looking over at the scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 3-0 is the score. And the Hoppers currently have the lead. We'll have more Hopper baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this break.
Monday, June 17th, it's Penny Riley Electric Member Appreciation Day in Russellville. Come by and see.
Sam Perkins at the plate for the Hoppers. 3-0, they lead. First pitch swung on, grounder over to short. It's fielded. The throw is there for the out. So 1 out. And the throw there is made by the shortstop, Taylor Head, for the Flash. So 1 out here, and Braden Pingle will now come to the plate. Had a base hit and was one of those runs that scored for the Hoppers. And he'll try to bunt for a hit there, but he fouls that one. Kind of went behind him there. So no balls and 1 strike. Over this past Friday, Pingle came into the station, asked him if he could have any superpower, what could it be? I'm going to ask you, Cole. Guess what he said? I want to tell you that it does refer to baseball. It would help him in baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
It's either got to be super speed or super strength.
Super speed was his thing, and I know when you try to bump for a hit, that ball is going to be hit out to right field, and it lands, and it will be struggle to be picked up there by the right fielder. So going for 3, there is Pingle, and he gets it. How about it? A triple there by Braden Pingle. We talked about him getting one earlier in the season, and we saw Keebler do it earlier this game, and Pingle, if he had the super speed, it might have been a home run there, but he still used the speed to get to 3.
He's definitely a fast player. He was moving around the bases there.
That's why I was surprised when he said super speed. I was like, you're already fast, but I guess he wants to be even faster. So in situations like that, he'd have the guaranteed homer. But nice job there by Braden to start things off with a triple. Second triple of the game for the Hoppers. First pitch. Swing, that ball is hit high in center field. It'll be caught, and then Pingle is going to tag up and score. So sacrifice fly there by John Keebler. Gets himself another RBI. And now 2 outs. Hadley Smith will come over to the plate. 4-0 is the score. Hoppers lead. Hadley Smith, 0 for 2 on the day, has 2 grounders. First pitch swing, that ball winds out to center field, and a sliding catch made there by Upton for the 3rd and final out here in the 5th inning. As there was 1 hit, no errors, none left on base, and 1 run scored. We head over to the top of the 6th inning, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. The Hoppers lead it 4-0. We'll have more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this timeout. You're listening to 95.3 The Farm. The Flash, Dane DeWeese. Dane DeWeese from Southwestern Illinois. He'll be pinch hitting for Jace Upton. Dane DeWeese here. Dane DeWeese batting for Jace Upton.
First pitch will be high and outside. Ball 1. This will be a bunt attempt from the pitch hitter. Next pitch will be popped straight back past the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth.
1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 4-0, the Hoptown Hoppers lead. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Henderson Flash at the plate. And that ball will be hit right into the glove of Keebler there. Once again playing in that deep position at shortstop.
Batting for Henderson, second base number 2, Aiden.
And one out here. Aiden Mouton is going to come to the plate for the Flash. Mouton, one at bat so far in this game, struck out looking on a 1-2 count. Hard grounder there, fouled down the third baseline. So an 0-1 count with one out. Again, if you are interested in helping out a great cause for Camp Mark, the shirt off your back jersey auction is tonight, and you can currently bid for any of the jerseys, whether that's a friend or a family member or just your favorite number out on the field. You can contact 270-305-4350. You can check on a jersey and what the bid is currently and try to outbid. Again, 270-305-4350. Inside pitch there called strike. So an 0-2 count. And Aiden Mouton at the plate. And a high heater swung on and missed. Strikeout. And strikeout number 6. There from Lake.
Now batting for Henderson, the shortstop, number 6, Taylor Head.
And now coming to the plate, Taylor Head. Ed has made a couple of good plays defensively out in the shortstop position. 0 for 2 on the day. Nice pitch there outside, and a good job of Davis kind of framing that one as well. 0-1 the count. With 2 outs on the board here. That ball will be fouled and goes into the dugout for the Hoppers. You can see multiple Hoppers jump up and try to catch the ball, almost like the Wii characters in the bowling. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Cole. They just jump up with the hands high. Anyone knows what I'm talking about can visualize that, but 0-2 count here.
They make that little noise every time they do it too.
Yep.
Like, wee.
0-2's the count there. High and outside pitch there from Lake. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 count with 2 outs. Again, Hoppers lead 4-0 here in the top of the 6th. And pitch there. Looked good from here, but it was in that kind of high outside corner area. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And a pitch there, walking towards the dugout was Lake, and he has to come back once again and close in the zone. Maybe just a bit too high, the umpire thinks. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here with 2 outs. Lake settling himself on the mound. And is a balk going to be called there? Or a time? Too much time spent on the mound. I kind of talked about Lake spending a lot of time there on the mound, but
so a pitch clock violation.
Yeah. First time I don't know if you've seen that on any road games, but yeah,
I've not seen that yet.
First time we've seen that.
I was not aware even that was a rule. So
yeah, same with you. We'll have to double check and see how much time these pitchers are allowed. So Head advances to first, a bunt attempt, and quick throw over to first, but back in time is Martin. The throw was from Davis behind the plate. And pitch called strike. So an 0-1 count. Again, this is Brock Lummis at the plate. Came in for Amir Gray earlier in this ball game. Another pickoff attempt. And back in time is Head. Oh, 1 count. Shame we didn't get to see what that full count pitch was going to be. He's been pretty good, has Lake in those full counts. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there, ball is going to be grounded. Keebler turns, makes a throw over to second in the same motion. Big time move there by John Keebler for the 3rd out. And that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. There were no hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and no errors as we look over at the scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 4-0, the Hoppers lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay's Record Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jaysrecordjewelry.com. Jay's Record Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
You can count on ProLift to get you through the ups and downs of your garage door.
Hi, I'm Brandon Killebrew, owner of ProLift Garage Doors. Give us a call at 270-874-1110 for all of your garage door needs in Hopkinsville and surrounding communities. You can count on ProLift for quality services that include garage door repair, maintenance, and new door installation. So remember to call us, ProLift Garage Doors of Western Kentucky, at 270-874-1110. We offer garage door repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
4-0's the score. Hoptown Hoppers lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hoptown's currently at the plate. Kobe Webb, righty batter, sees the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. One-0 the count. First pitch swung on and missed, or second pitch, excuse me. 1 ball and 1 strike. Center fielder is moving over towards right center, so behind second base is wide open, and that ball will be hit high and popped up to the shortstop and in the glove there of Head. So 1 out on the board. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Devin Keebler will now come to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day, has 2 grounders, first to the shortstop and his last at bat to the second baseman. Pitch down the middle, called strike. Pitching still for the Flash is J.D. Willis. He came in for Brady Watts earlier in the ball game. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss there on an outside pitch. So now no balls and 2 strikes. And that ball will be hit in the gap between third and short for a base hit from Devin Keebler. Runner at first. Now after a single by Devin Keebler, Max Martin coming over to the plate. 0 for 2 in this ball game so far. Grounded to short in his last at bat. First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. That ball goes right behind us here in our Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. So an 0-1 count after the foul ball. And that ball will be hit hard to the third baseman. Bobbles it a bit, but makes a throw over to first for the out. And that'll That'll be the second out. Going over to second is Devin Keebler. So now 2 outs and a runner at second for the Hoppers here in this bottom of the 6th. Dom Davis now comes over to the plate. Davis, there's 34 for the Hoptown Hoppers, if you're interested in getting his jersey. Pitch down the middle.
Big lead on second for Keebler, too. Looking to extend this Hoppers lead to 5.
A 1 count. Pitch there in the dirt. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There was a position earlier in this game. We saw Kobe Webb. He was at second with 2 outs. It was a wild pitch. He was able to go to third and then eventually scored. So Hoppers can try to make a situation like that happen again with 1 ball and 1 strike. And
say a pitch clock.
I was saying, did we just see a pitch clock violation? Just saw the umpire say something to him, so I believe that was the case.
So, yeah, I think that should be 2-1 the count.
And that ball will be hit out in left field high and in the air and caught in the glove by Hurt. That's going to do it for the 6th inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored for the Hoppers. As we look over at the scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 4-0 is the score. The Hoppers currently lead. We'll have more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this timeout. Of the 7th inning. Still on the mound is Gavin Lake. He has been phenomenal on the mound. Just giving up the 1 hit, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. If I'm not mistaken, say the 1 walk was because of the pitch clock violation on a 3-2 count.
This is almost the same situation that happened at Henderson. Is Peyton Armour threw a 1-hitter down there.
Nate York is at the plate for Henderson.
First pitch inside, ball 1.
And pitch there called strike. Making it 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. High outside, ball 2. So a 2-1 count. And Just starting things here in the top of the fourth. Inside pitch swung on. That ball will be hit and lands in short left field. And Nate York reaches first. So now runner at first with no outs. And again, a 4-0 lead for the Hoppers. Flash currently on offense. York just got the base hit. Logan Lacey's going to come to the plate. 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out twice.
I imagine we'll see a steal here too, as the Flash's coach giving quite a few signs over there on third.
First pitch swing high and fouled up behind us. So an 0-1 count. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, we're here in the top of the 7th. Henderson down 4 runs. Might see some aggressive base running from them. Pitch there just a yay bit too high there. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count after that ball. So 2-1 count, runner at first with no outs here at the top of the 7th. And there's another ball hit out to left field. And another base hit gives us runners at first and second. So now 2 runners on. Ellis Hurt will come to the plate. Back-to-back hits for the Flash. In the same location. Ellis Hurt, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out twice. There goes to Trevecca University. First pitch, swing and a miss.
A big cut there.
Ended up on the other side of the batter's box after that swing. No balls and 1 strike with runners at first and second with no outs. That ball will be hit high and deep right field. And it's caught. And the tag up attempt from second to third is successful as York makes it over to third. Staying at first is Lacey. And out is Hurt. So now 1 out. Ian Reagan will come to the plate. Reagan attends the University of Alabama, Huntsville. 6-foot freshman. Pitch there. Outside, ball 1. So 1 out, runners at the corners for Henderson. Lacey at first. Curious if we might see a possible steal attempt. And there's going to be a ball hit out in right field. It lands, and it's going to go towards the fence as well. As playing deep right field there was a hopper, and throw over to home, and just the 1 run scores. That's York coming in. A double there by Reagan, and at third base now is Lacey. So runners at second and third with 1 out for the Flash. And now 4-1 to score, as the Flash do manage to put up a run. Edward Ushold at the plate for the Flash. And strike there. It's the outside corner. 1 out, 0-1 count. There's a foul ball coming straight for us. Fortunately, there's a net and a window in the way.
We get hit through that.
That's a hard hit ball.
0-2 the count. And there's an outside fastball there. The dugout for the Hoppers wanted it. Umpire doesn't give it to him. Ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And running over to first, thinking maybe that ball was dropped, was you, Scholl, but strikeout called. So 2 outs now with runners at second and third. And Dane DeWeese now coming to the plate. DeWeese came in for Jace Upton. And Coach J.D. Arndt is going to come and chat with the home plate umpire. Maybe he's thinking that that ball bounced as well or was dropped. Four to 1 the score. Again, Hoppers lead. And it's going to be runners at second and third still for the Flash. And now the umpires are going to meet up here in the field. So I'm wondering if the discussion is that they think that ball was dropped. Did you get a good look at it?
I'm not sure about that, but even if the ball is dropped, I'm not sure at this point, now that it's been progressed the game, that they can go back and change the call. So I mean, whether or not it was dropped, I don't think really.
We're looking, I mean, depending on if the call could be reversed, we're looking at a big difference. I mean, 2 outs, runners at second and third, or bases loaded with 1 out.
For sure. It's a game-changing moment right here.
Coach Brisden and Coach Benny both standing off on the other side. And there's the out signaled.
I think there was just too much evidence to not overturn it. And at that point, the call had been made, and that's what they went with.
So here we have runners at second and third for the Flash. 2 outs on the board. And Dane DeWeese at the plate. First pitch hit high, and it's going to go foul behind the bleachers over near first base. You can kind of hear a little boy down low. He is upset. I think he just took a little break from trying to get a foul ball. And, of course, as soon as he comes over here, Mr. DeWeese wants to go hit a foul ball over where he just came from. That's my guess. That's the story I'm predicting. Hopefully that kid can get a foul ball. 0-1 the count. And a nice outside strike there. Make it 0-2 the count here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Again, 4-1, runners at second and third. And oh my, ball 2 called there. That looked good to me, Cole. Excuse me, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It looks very good. I thought, I mean,
once again,
calling him off the outside part of the plate all game.
Once again, Lake stepped off the rubber. There's a grounder over to Keebler at short. He'll make the throw, and that is not in time. As making a run to home and a score. That is Lacey that comes in and scores. Reagan goes over to third, and an infield single by DeWeese. He's at first. Runners at first and third. Coach Brisden is asking to come over to the dugout. I was wondering if we'd see a new pitcher here in the next inning. We possibly could see one now as Brisden is making his way. Not sure though. And looks like ball is still in the hand of Lake, so no change.
I think, like you said, in between innings, it's they're going to try to let him go 7 here, finish out the 7th inning, and then, come in with. It looks like Max Martin is warming up in the bullpen. Number 38. eyes are correct, I believe that is him. So.
Got the binoculars behind us over there. Going back over to the dugout is Brisbane. And again, stepping to the plate. Aiden Mouton. Runners at first and third and 2 outs. Still on the mound is Gavin Lake. Outside, a bit low on that first pitch. So ball 1.
Excuse me. It's number 29, John McGee, warming up in the bullpen.
Low and inside pitch. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 count. Swing and a miss there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one count. Again, runners at first and third. Stolen base attempt. They'll make the throw, and that one goes out to center field. And a run is going to score, and now going all the way over to third is DeWeese. So now just a 1-run game. Those throws to second on those first and third situations, always tough. And a run scores off of that.
It's a tough play to make. Good effort by second baseman Sam Perkins on that last play.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And pitch there is called ball, so a full count. Runner at third. And that'll be a ball hit out to a center field. An RBI single. That's going to tie this ball game up. Four to 4 now the score. And I believe that's going to do it for Gavin Lake. And it is. So still a stellar performance for him on the mound. Not the end that he would have wanted, but you can tell his team coming over to give him high fives. He might be upset about the current moment, but he has a lot to be proud of in his performance tonight. And again, we'll have a pitching change. Number 29, that's John McGee. And we'll take a break, allow Mr. McGee to get some warm-up pitches in. And when we come back, we'll have more Hopper Baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A. To score 4-4 with 2 outs and a runner at first here in the top of the 7th.
Another chance up to bat and the bottom of the 8th. But looking over at the scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, the Hoppers did retake the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 5-4. We'll have more Hopper baseball coming up, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning game of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Field, 5-4. Hoppers with the lead. And we're here in the top of the 8th inning. Brock Lummis will start things off. 0 for 1 on the day. Strike there on a slider. Lummis came in to base run in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss there on a low pitch. 0-2 now the count. 5-4. Hoppers with the lead here. John McGee pitching for the Hoppers. And how about a strikeout looking on an inside pitch? 1 out on the board. Nate York will step to the plate. York kind of started things off for the Flash in that last inning when they put up 4 runs. He had a hit. It was just the second hit of the game for the Flash. Check swing. And first base umpire says he didn't go. So 1-0 the count after that ball. And back-to-back balls after that pitch. And 2-0 the count. And a pretty slider there crosses the plate for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hard grounder over to second, scooped up by Perkins. The throw is there for the second out. So now 2 outs on the board. Logan Lacey will come to the plate. Lacey had a hit in his last at bat. It was, again, one of those runners that scored for the Flash in the last inning. Great response for the Hoppers. That first pitch is called ball. To see those 4 runs get put up in 1 inning to tie the game, but to respond with some good base running. Foul ball, I believe, hit the mask of Davis, the catcher. So now 1 ball and 1 strike. Might have caught a piece of the umpire's equipment as well. 1-1 count. High ball fouled. Goes past the bullpen near right field. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. High pitch. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Twos across the board. 2-2 pitch. That ball's going to be hit high near right field. And it's caught in the glove of Devin Keebler for the 3rd out. And that will do it for the top of the 8th. No hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. Bottom of the 8th inning action coming up for the Hoptown Hoppers. Again, looking at the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, 5-4 Hoppers lead. We're back with more Hopper baseball after this break.
No matter what you've been through, all clean to the rescue.
So why should you choose All Clean Services? They offer prompt 24/7 response. They're licensed, insured, and bonded. They're experienced at working with insurance companies. They're professional and courteous. Look them up today at allcleanservices.com.
Putting your world back together. All clean.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning game of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And we're back here, and I believe we have a new pitcher for the Flash. That number 27 looks like Seth Galloway for the Flash. Galloway, sophomore, 5'9", goes to Brescia. Again, 5-4. Hoppers lead by 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. For the Hoppers, it's going to be Hadley Smith. Hadley Smith was in the middle of an at-bat, and that was when Pinkel tried to come and steal home. They mentioned him having the speed. He's the one to do it, but Flash was ready for that one. It's a pretty easy tag behind home plate. Pitch there, high and inside. So a 1-0 count. Another one high and inside to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Smith looking for his first hit on the ball game, 0 for 3 on the evening. And that pitch drops a bit lower, but still 2 inside, so make it 3 balls and no strikes. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. As ball 4 there inside. Smith advances to first, and now Colby Webb will come to the plate. Colby Webb had a double in his very first at bat. He's gone 0 for 2 since, so 1 for 3 on the day. So a runner at first with no outs for the Hoptown Hoppers. They lead it 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Off-speed pitch, strike 1. On deck is Devin Keebler for the Hoppers. Pickoff attempt back in time is Smith. A 1 count to Colby Webb. Foul ball goes to the screen in front of the bleachers on the right side. And Ace West using the speed to get that ball. Ball boy for the Hoptown Hoppers. Oh, 2 count. That pitch is going to get away from Reagan, the catcher. And advancing to second is Smith on the wild pitch. One ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second. With But again, no outs. Swing and a miss on a ball in the ground. Throw over to first, and that one's not going to get there. As a drop third strike, and Webb beats the run. It was the catcher, Reagan, was kind of looking over at second to Smith, and that's what helped Webb be able to reach first.
Now batting for the Hoppers, number 1, right fielder Devin Keebler.
So Webb reaches on a drop third strike. That's why you run. Don't look back. Don't assume.
We see Coach Brissenden kind of walking out. And I think they may bring in a pinch runner for Hadley Smith. Yes, they will.
Yeah, number 15.
Carson Tucker, I believe, from Murray, Kentucky.
You were right. So yeah, it is 15. Yep, so Carson Tucker is going to come in for Hadley Smith.
And they may be putting him out there. You might see a bunt right here from number 1, Devin Keebler. So he may be looking to add to the Hoppers' lead here late in the game.
But again, you like a lead, but the lowest lead you can have up by 1. So definitely, you're right, like some insurance here with Devin Keebler at the plate. And no outs on the board with runners at first and second. And we just saw a meeting between Reagan, the catcher, and Lawson, the pitcher. First pitch, that ball is going to be bunted but fouled. Goes behind home plate with some air. So an 0-1 count. Zach Lawson in the game now goes to Lee University. Forgive me for not calling out the new pitcher.
Seems to be
bunt shown. And it will go past Keebler. And so that'll be strike 2. So now an 0-2 count.
1-1 the count.
Excuse me, 1-1 count.
I think it was just a little bit high, but
I didn't know he took it away. I thought he kept it there.
I thought Keebler left his bat out for.
As he's showing it now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And actually takes it away, and that ball in the dirt. You could see the first baseman Lummis was kind of charging in and getting ready for a bunt. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. 2-1. Runners at first and second with no outs for the Hoppers, leading at 5-4 right now in the bottom of the 8th. And stepping off the mound is Lawson. Umpire talking with the catcher, Reagan.
I wonder if we'll see another pitch clock violation here.
2-1 count. Bunt squared away right now for Keebler. Takes it away. And a slash attempt. There, a swing and a miss. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And we'll see Keebler swing away here more than likely. And pitch there is going to be low for ball 3. Full count with runners at first and second for the Hoppers. With no outs. And a strikeout looking low inside pitch there from Lawson. So now 1 out. And Max Martin comes to the plate. Runners at first and second for the Hoppers. Martin looking for his first hit on the game. That pitch is going to go past the catcher Reagan, and both runners will advance. Now at second and third. 1-0 the count to now Max Martin. Coach Brizardin is talking with Martin, giving him a couple of signs, I believe. What's this ball? More than likely out in right field. I think I saw him point to right field.
Henderson's infield is in.
1-0 count. That ball grounded, and it'll get in the gap past the third baseman. A run scores, and on the throw, it gets a bit loose, so Martin's going to go to second. Good piece of hitting there by Martin. I was expecting something over towards the right field. He proved me wrong and hit it towards the left on a hard grounder. And a run scores. Carson Tucker comes in. Now at third is Webb. And Martin at second. So 1 out. Runners at second and third for the Hoppers. 6-4 is the score in favor of Hoptown. First pitch, high, ball one. Dom Davis at the plate for the Hoppers. One 0 count. Low and outside. And get 2 balls and no strikes. Bidding ends. I believe it actually just ended. Forgive me that. So I would think so. Hopefully you all put your bid in. And it was the highest, as that'll be a chopper. Fouled over by third base. It was close. Umpire signals it foul. So again, hope you all are out at home or here at the park. Put in your bids. Again, all proceeds going to Camp Mark, a camp for special needs adults 18 and up. Runners at second and third, 2 balls and 1 strike the count. And good eyes there by Davis. Make it 3 balls and 1 strike after that ball. So a 3-1 count. And there's a ball hit high, going towards the foul territory by first base. And oh my, it comes out of the glove there of the first baseman, Lummis. Might have got caught in the lights there. But a pop fly there. Just couldn't get to that one. Three balls and 2 strikes. Again, runners at second and third with 1 out. And that ball's going to be driven out to left field. And 2 runs are going to score. And a double there by Dom Davis. 2 RBIs. Webb scores. And Martin scores as well. 8-4 now the score. We talked about the insurance. And the Hoppers putting on a good policy here in the bottom of the 8th.
Also on that last play, Martin was moving around the bases quick.
Yeah, he's hightailing it for sure. It's going to be a pitching change here. Coming out, it's going to be Lawson, and we'll wait and see who this new pitcher is for Henderson. But again, a pitching change. We'll take a timeout. It's 8-4, and we'll have a runner at second with 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Hoptown. You're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm. Here pitching right now is number 27, Seth Galloway. Bit of confusion on our end. We apologize. But regardless, we have a pitcher on the mound for Henderson with one out and a runner at second. And Jackson Vise is at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Had a base hit in his last at bat. Runner at second here for Hoptown with just one out. High outside pitch, ball 1. One 0 count. And inside pitch swung on and missed. So in confirmation here. He thought the Galloway was in and then Lawson came in for him, but it looks like it was Lawson all along. So Galloway in for the Flash. 1 ball and 1 strike with the runner at second for the Hoppers. Swing and a miss. Throw over to second and back in time. There is Davis. So Davis gets it back. Or gets back to second, and 1 ball and 2 strikes after that pitch. In bottom of the 8th inning action, 8-4, Hoppers lead it. Swing and a miss, and Vise strikes out. That's now the second out here in the 8th inning. Sam Perkins now comes over to the plate. Runner at second for the Hoppers. Again, Galloway pitching for the Flash. First pitch. Foul ball hit out in right field. So quickly an 0-1 count. And the Hoppers leading the Henderson Flash here 8-4, the bottom of the 8th. High and inside pitch moving out of the way there is Perkins. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2 outs here. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. So a 1-2 count with 2 outs and a runner at second for the Hoppers. Up 8-4. High pitch, ball 2. 2's across the scoreboard. And pitch there goes in the dirt, and advancing to third, there's Davis. So now a full count with 2 outs. And Coach Brisden walks over to Davis to have a bit of a chat. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. 2 outs to pitch. Foul ball behind home plate. Again, 8-4 the score. And there is ball 4. Too high. Perkins will reach base. And now back to the top of the lineup, Braden Pingle. Pingle is 2 for 4 on the day. Reached on an error in his last at bat. Made it all the way to third and was thrown out, stealing home. Pickoff attempts. Back in time is Perkins. Runners at first and third for the Hoppers. Inside pitch. Swung on and missed. So an 0-1 count. Pingle, one of 2 hoppers tonight to get a triple. Oh, 1 count. There's strike 2. It's the outside upper corner. So now no balls and 2 strikes. And steal attempt there. That ball is going to be hit out to right field, so another run will score. And at third now is Perkins. And Braden Pingle with another hit in this game. Make it 3 now for him. And coming in to score again, there is Davis. Perkins makes it over to third. Now once again runners at first and third with 2 outs. 9-4 now is the score. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Pingle makes it back. So runners at first and third. 9 hits for the Hoppers in this game. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. John Keebler now at the plate. All Hoppers have gotten a chance to see the plate here in this bottom of the 8th. One 0 count. And steal attempts. And a throw over to third. Ball is bobbled. The throw to home. He missed him. Safe. A score there. Perkins comes in. What they tried to do is Perkins, they faked the throw to second. As stealing there was Pingle. And then they made it a throw to third. Ball was a bit bobbled. Perkins knew he couldn't go back to third, so we started coming home. And the throw in the glove, but the tag was missed. And now 10-4 the score. And Pingle makes it all the way over to third. Pitch was a ball, so 2-0 is the count. Again, 10-4 the lead for Hoptown. High and inside pitch. So 3-0 now the count. And that ball's going to be swung on out to right field, and running forward and making the play. And there is York. So the 3-0 pitch swung on, and a fly ball out to right field. And that's going to do it for the 8th inning. As we'll see a new arm for Hoptown, but 10-4 is the score. Looking at our U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, Hoppers currently on top. 3 more outs needed to win this ball game for the Hoppers. We'll see what Hoptown does in 1 minute after this timeout.
Southern States Petroleum has all
Starting things here in the top of the ninth is Ellis Hurt for Henderson. Righty pitcher is Kellum. The first pitch from him is a strike there. It hits the high part of the zone. So an 0-1 count. Second pitch, low and outside. High heater swung on and missed there. Make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch.
Be outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Next pitch will be just off the outside part of the plate, ball 3. So a full count. Pitch will be high and outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Flash here in the top of the ninth.
And coming up to bat, Ian Reagan. Now at the plate, right-handed batter. So Henderson starts off with the walk. Now Reagan at the plate. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Pitch there goes low and outside. So now 2 balls and no strikes. And there's a pitch there that's just outside of the plate. 3 balls and no strikes now with the runner at first. So 3-0 count with the runner at first and no outs here for the Flash. Right down the middle, strike 1. So a 3-1 count. And that will be ball 4. That ball actually got behind home plate. So back-to-back walks. Runners now at first and second for Henderson. Edward Ushold at the plate for the Flash. And there's a pitch. Fastball, too high, ball 1. We'll see some more strikes get thrown here from Kellum. And that one goes outside for ball 2. So a 2-0 count with runners at first and second with no outs here in the top of the ninth. And there's a strike. Seeing a lot of the strikes thrown from Kellum have been in that same spot. Kind of a fastball, a bit high in the zone, down the middle. 2-1 count. And there's a pitch too high. So 3 balls and 1 strike now the count. And now Dom Davis is going to come over and talk with Graham. 3 balls and 1 strike. And runners at first and second. Davis makes his way back over to home. Kellum, just want to settle down here, see if you can get a strike across the plate. Don't want 3 walks in a row. And that's what we'll see. As that pitch, once again, flirting with the strike zone, but umpire says ball 4. So now bases loaded with no outs. Hoppers, this is when you look at the situation now and you're glad you got a lot of insurance, still up 6 runs, but still not necessarily comfortable here for the Hoppers with the loaded bases and no outs. And that's going to be a pitch that hits the dirt, and the toss, and outs there at home is Lacey. A nice toss from Davis and a nice tag from Kellum. Talk about being 6'4", that wingspan helped him there. And not necessarily how you wanted to see your first out, but regardless, you save a run. As Lacey is out at home. Now runners at second and third after that pitch, though. And a strike there on a fastball. So now 1 ball and 1 strike to Dane DeWeese. One ball, 1 strike. And there's a fastball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
That's right there. I just caught the edge of the plate and I got a glimpse of it, and that is very close on that outside corner.
And off-speed pitch there by Kellum. That's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. We've been seeing a lot of heat thrown by him. Shows a little finesse on that ball that crosses the plate. 2-2 count now with 1 out and runners at second and third. And another one swung on and missed. Curveball, strike 3. Now 2 outs And the ninth batter in the lineup, Aiden Mouton, will step to the plate. And actually going to be a pinch hitter, number 4. That's Colton Evans for Henderson. Evans goes to Carson Newman, 5'10" junior. So runners at second and third, and it's up to Evans here. Has to reach base, so this ball game will be over. That's what the Hoppers are looking forward to. And up 10-4. Swing and a miss on that first pitch. So an 0-1 count. And pitch there is going to go in the dirt, but not too far from Evans. One ball and one strike. Foul ball. Moves behind home plate, so now 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs. 1-2 count in the top of the ninth. Foul ball, hard hit. And again, 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. It is going to be a strikeout looking on a slider outside. And that will do it as the Hoptown Hoppers get the W here, 10-4 here at Tiger Field. And a good job by the Hoppers as they get the win. Again, 10-4. And again, a win for Hoptown. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show here on 95.3 The Farm. Again, 10-4, the Hoppers win it. We're back after. For the Hoptown Hoppers as they get it done and defeat the Henderson Flash. And our game summary is brought to you by Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending and the market for a new home. Contact Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending to discuss your borrowing options, including $0 down payment programs. 270-349-3124, NMLS 650794, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. And for the Hoptown Hopper broadcast, I believe, Cole, you have an announcement for our player of the game.
Actually, the Hoppers United Southern Bank player of the game is number 19, Gavin Lake, who had 6.2 innings pitched tonight on the mound, with allowing 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Again, your United Southern Bank player of the game is Gavin Lake.
As again, we're actually going to be joined by Lake here.